This is going to be a much different recording than what I usually do. Uh, Not to bury the lead, my cousin Chris died a couple days ago as of now, and I was wanting to type a lot about it, and it just felt easier to talk about it. My cousin Chris had a fairly problematic life. He struggled with addiction off and on. I He died suddenly, and I know that he leaves behind at least one confused ex-spouse and a confused daughter with some unresolved issues. And I'm not going to try to dwell on all of the sadness that I have in the fact that the amount of family I have that I am close to got cut shorter. I don't have a lot of family I'm really close to, and so when I lose somebody like this, it's pretty significant nowadays. What I would like to tell you is my favorite memory of my cousin Chris, just so I can save it somewhere forever. We went to Fayetteville to visit my mom's parents, and our my cousin Chris met us there. And it has one of those surreal childhood memory feelings when you're a kid and everything is hyper realistic, kind of cartoonish when you try to recollect it. And I remember going out to eat at a restaurant that was also a bar and also had slot machines in it. And I remember that pretty vividly, thinking that was weird. And I remember somehow, some way, my cousin Chris was there, and we talked my parents into letting me go for a ride in his little souped up Honda something. I can't remember if it was a Honda Civic. It was a pretty quick Japanese car. And this had to have been in the early 2000s or late 90s. And we took a little detour trip, 30, 45 minutes, through some of the forest and nature preserves around there, just blaring shitty 90s and thousands era metal at a million fucking decibels in his souped up little quick Japanese car and his crazy sound system he had put in it. And I don't even remember the speeds that we hit, but I do remember just hitting this point of, simulacrum, this kind of point of all my senses coming together with the windows down and the smell of the like outdoors and the exhaust and the roar of the engine and the music and my vision simultaneously picking out really minute details as everything fuzzes by. Um, just being in this point of like sensory overload while also being like hyper focused on the moment. That's gonna be how I remember my cousin Chris. is that moment. Just him and I being unreasonably unsafe drivers in the middle of fucking nowhere, Fayetteville, Arkansas. And that's really all I have to say.